All right. I don't know. Welcome back. How's everybody doing? I haven't done a new video in a while. I mean, I've done new video, but not new footage. The last thing I posted was the last video for the big Ultimate Mo Venture ride in Vermont, which was super awesome. Thanks Travis and Cooper for inviting us up. We had a really good time. So basically in this video, I'm going to do, I don't know, an update. I don't think I've ever done a channel update. Maybe I have, I don't know. For the 7 people that actually watch this, it might be interesting. If not, then it isn't. I don't really care. I like putting out some content. I like building stuff, and that's really what it's all about. I got a lot of stuff going on. So coming up, October 14th, Saturday, I'm headed down to PA, to Berlin, PA, to ride the race, the last NEC XC race. I'm going to head down there and meet up with Red ZZ02, crash with him, and then we're going to head to the race, and we're going to race it out and see how I go. I'm going to bring the Charlie horse to race that. I've never raced one of these races. Adam Channel's raced. I think Richie Brown is going. Anyway, they've raced a couple of these. Sean's obviously raced a bunch. He's had some good runs this year. He's had some bad luck this year, but he's tried to hit every single race, which I think is really cool. So I've had some things going on in the past month that have kind of put me down a little bit, but I'm bouncing back. Yeah, we had some stuff going on in the family and stuff, but anyway, we're not going to get into all that. But I'm trying to get back into it, trying to get a better attitude about it. I mean, that's really it. Sometimes you get burnout. Sometimes life throws you, a shit ball, and you got to catch it and do what you can. So that's where we're at, but we're coming back. And I have not done a build project in a while. I've been doing some working on stuff here and there, but I haven't done like a build video series. I think the last one was like the Ghost, and then I kind of cheaped out at the end. I haven't done a full overview, and then where it went from there. I actually changed motors on it in recent. So we're gonna kind of go over like the three tractors I got going on right now. I got the Charlie horse. Over there is the Ghost, and then over here, and we'll go through all of them all. I got the Seahorse, and then I got some information about the Seahorse. It's pretty cool. So, and then I got information on new build that I'm going to do, which I'm super excited about. So that's where we're going to go from there. So we're going to start by talking about the Charlie horse and what's going on with it. And as you can see, I'll pick you up in a minute. I got some things pulled apart. Tins are off the back. Side covers off. So I had a lower idler that was locked right up, and the belt was running on it. That's what happens when you get through the mud. I will say, these tractors, if they're built right, and you do some half-ass routine maintenance on them, they don't break down. I mean, they don't break down to where like you're like, oh no. I mean, this one, yeah, the pulley locked up, but the belt still rode on it, and I rode it like that for I don't know how long. I have no idea. I was pulling the covers off and things to grease these bearings, things like that, check the belt, because I got a race coming up. So tightening bolts, all that kind of stuff. So that's all good now. I have a couple other of these idlers right here. Some old ones, right, that are riveted. I don't know if you can see, there's rivets in them that I'm going to drill out. And I actually ordered some bearings that'll go in them. Oh, where is it? No, that's the number of the bearing. If you get, well, of the packaging. I can't remember what I got. Of course, I'm unprepared. I can't even read the bearing right now. Of course, I don't have my glasses on, but it is a 6203 RS, pretty standard bearing. Anyway, I will grind these out. That bearing will pop in there, and I will bolt these back together, and then I will have pulleys that you can do maintenance to, that you can order a ton of these, because they go, and you can just swap them out, throw them away, and then you got replaceable. So that's where we're headed with that. I haven't done that yet. Anyway, let's take a walk around the Charlie horse. So like I said, I got the side cover off. This one was locked right up, no big deal. I got them all greased up now, wiped down, new belt. I did just do an oil change on this. I'm just checking things over. Transmission fluid's good. It's got a little leak on the one seal over here on this wheel. I'm not concerned about it. So everything runs pretty good on this tractor. It always has. This has been my flagship. As you all know, I don't know what it is about that motor, but I have pounded RPMs through that motor, and it's bone stock, and it's just a really good runner. I mean, it runs and runs. Now I attribute it to, I use really good oil. I use Mobil 1, and I put either Mobil 1 filters or Wix filters in it. You don't want to do that, don't do it. I don't care. Run your cheap part store oil, and then get half the life out of a motor, maybe. I don't know. All I know is that motor, I have screamed some RPMs through it, and it still just, it bangs to life. It bangs right to life. And just idle. So the only other thing I've really added to the, I drilled out for a ball because I built the little tag along thing. I'm not going to go over that right now. It's up in the weeds. The only other thing I added, because I felt like I was getting some kind of, and perhaps it's not that haven't ridden in a long time, or they sit for a little bit. But anyway, I was getting it seemed like the battery was draining down, but after a long time, so I didn't know if I had some kind of draw on it or what. So what I've added in, I bought one of these, right? And it's literally just, a battery cutoff from Harbor Freight. They're like, I don't know, $7. This comes with 2 keys, but it's just standard. You're right, it goes in there, boom, that's on. Okay, so that's on, that's off, comes with a dust cap. I like it. I haven't had a problem. It's been working good. Cut the battery off. Then when they sit, they don't draw. I don't know. So I did that. Other than that, Charlie's always, Charlie, good runner, good solid go-to. So that's the Charlie horse. Second, we got, Ghost. If anybody's been watching my channel, I got some things going on with Ghost now. So we're adding a Badland 3500 ZXR winch to the front. I really like those winches, obviously. There's one on Charlie horse right there. Now with Charlie horse, what I had to do is I had to drop this winch way down and bring it out as far as I could. So the hood would at least open that far, which is enough to fuel, oil check, if you have to take the air cleaner off, things like that. I have never really liked, it's not crazy low, it sticks out a little bit, but I get them big 21s on there, so it's not a big deal. This has got 19s on it, but this winch, much higher, okay, much closer. So everybody's probably asking, how the heck am I going to open the hood? And I thought of that, and we'll get into all that in a minute. So if you watched it, this thing is an animal. It's a hydro rocker pedal, right? Forward, reverse that I built also works. The existing lever, they all work in conjunction. I raced this in the TTC. First person to ever run a hydro. The rock crawl. Oh, I murdered the rock crawl. Red 02 is gonna come out with them videos soon. Now I had the Magnum 18 on that tractor, which is that motor right there. Good running motor, really good running motor. But what ended up happening is it poured and poured and poured for TTC. Okay, it poured and poured. So, you know, we were sitting, and when it's your turn, I went to fire it up. Well, on that, the coils, magnetos, are near the bottom, and they got wet, and they stayed wet, and then it would run off one cylinder, and I had a hell of a time on a couple of the last events. So I got angry, and it seemed like that motor was, I don't know, it's an opposed twin 18. It should just grind out, but it doesn't. Or it does. I mean, it does. But that hydro just absorbs power, and I think what a lot of it is those old oppies. You can't spin the high RPMs through them, and the recovery on them, because they don't whip the RPMs over. So when it starts dogging out, you let out of the gas, it doesn't recover quick enough. Okay, so what I've done, and this is one of the parts that I was talking about, hood and all that stuff. So it's got the bungee latches here, stock. Now the hood only opens up to here, right? Which it's absolutely good, but I like how close the winch is. So what I've done is I've modified the hood, and you'll see in a second. So basically, there's two pins. You got your pivot pin, and then this is another pin behind, which is usually there as a stop pin to keep the hood from rolling too far forward. So what I've done is I drilled some hairpins in it, and I pull out this back pin. Okay, so that pin comes out, and now that that pin is out, this hood very easily up and back that quick, because I've slotted the hangers. So I've slotted them so it'll drop right on there and then close. So it comes off that easy. Set it aside. So now, as you can see, we are running a way different motor. So this is a big Kohler Command twin, a V twin. Boy, this is a good motor too. So a big V twin, 23 horse. The recovery on it is amazing. Like when you get into it, it's so much better than an opposed twin. It's so much better. I got to clean up the wiring. I haven't wired in, you know, I got my solenoid for my winch, all that stuff, circuit breaker. I got it planned out to wire that winch back in, or wire that winch in for the first time. This is running a 7 to 6 pulley ratio. I like it there. I'm not going to go any bigger. So that's a good rig. That's super fun. That's my go-to. This is like good, what I would call daily driver. And the Charlie Horse obviously is, you know, your drag car, your when you want to get it. But these hydros, this hydro is really good, and I really like it. It's got the 27-inch Coyotes on the back. This is such a fun tractor. I put a 520 swept front axle on it. So, man, it's a really fun rider. It's super fun. So I just changed the oil in that one. I've just changed the oil in the Charlie Horse. Just getting ready. Brand new filters. So that's all that. That's those two tractors. Those are my two go-tos. So then as we back up here, I don't know if anybody remembers the Seahorse. So the Seahorse is something I threw together, I don't know, out of 6-7 tractors, bunch of different pieces, bunch of different model years. I had an opposed twin on this, that same Kohler Magnum. It ended up getting, I sacrificed it to put on Ghost. So this sat out in my driveway no motor, non-running, kind of sad. And the other month ago maybe, I drug it back in and I put a motor on it. So I'll show you the motor in a minute. This is running them super skinny, and they dig. It's got 2-inch spacers on them. I wish they were a little narrower, but that's okay. I don't care what anybody says. Those skinnies, I think they might be 7-inch tires, or are they 8? I can't remember, but they are skinny. They're whole shots, fronts, super skinny, but do they dig? They dig. So this has the same throttle type setup. This is the first one I made before I did Ghost. This didn't have the side lever. It did at one point, but I didn't have that, so I made this one kind of like a cockpit stick. It works the pedal just like everything else. So I drug this back in here, and I had a motor sitting on the shelf that I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And that motor's right there. That's a Kohler Command overhead valve off a Cub Cadet. It's a 16-horse single overhead valve. And let me tell you what, that thing's a thumper, man. And that thing is better on this tractor than that opposed twin was. And I don't know if it's because it's lighter, right? That Hoppy's probably 140 pounds. This motor probably weighs 70, maybe half. But man, this thing is a good little freaking tractor now. And it's super fun, peppy. It's super good. And it fires right up. Let's see, might have to put a little choke on it. Turn the gas on, John. Choke. So, boy, that's a good running tractor too, a good running motor. So the news about this, I think I was talking earlier in the video, is we got a big ride at the Good Eating Ranch coming up November, I believe the 3rd through the 5th. Come on out, it's an open invite ride. Coming out and ride. If you got a tractor, you got anything, four-wheeler, whatever, they're open. You can camp. They got cabins, they got camper hookups in certain spots. They got primitive camping, but come on out. Some of the requirements, if you're coming out and hanging out with us guys with the tractors, you got to have a locked transaxle. Got to have a locked transaxle and brakes. Don't come out with your open diff. Nobody's going to drag you through the woods all day, I promise you. But if you got your tractor set right up and you want to go on a ride, it's a really good place. I'm bringing all 3 of these rigs. But just so everybody knows, the Seahorse I'm bringing, and it is for sale. I'm going to sell this. So, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going $500 firm on it. It's a motor. I mean, it fires, runs, operates. It's got good tires on it. So it's selling as is, as it sets, a runner for $500. So if somebody's interested in that, you can message me. Obviously, you can message me and we'll talk about where I'm located and all that. But I'm only taking serious. I'd really like somebody to see it if they're going to buy it. But I am going to sell that. It's fun. It is fun, but I don't keep my stuff outside and my garage gets full. So, walking back through, of course the garage is always a mess. So that's the update with tractors and things of that nature. Shop update or channel update. Pretty excited to get that winch going on the Ghost. Charlie reliable as ever. Seahorse, super fun tractor, super fun. I hop on that thing once in a while, but that is going to be for sale. So if you're interested, you can get a hold of me. Super fun little tractor. So with that, we're going to segue into, I have not done a build video in a while, and I want to, and I couldn't figure out what to build. Building another tractor, you know, what are you going to do? You know, okay, I could step down to a single, to a, you know, a 212 basic, but after a while it's like everybody's building the tractor. Oh, look at, here's another tractor. That's why I went from Carly, gear driven or manual. I built that hydro, I raced it at the PTC, like two totally different machines, both equally as fun. So then I said, well, do I want to build a tractor? And I thought about trying to take a wheel horse, dropping it, pull the trans out, maybe a live axle, I don't know, like some kind of yard cart thing. And then I kind of was getting burnt out on building a tractor thing, right? Everybody gets burnt out. So my channel was started as, you know, anything with an engine is what the description. So for the longest time, I have had this motor over here. So that is a Kohler Command twin 37 horse out of a whole house generator. It's a big motor. It's big. So anyway, it's a big motor. It's 1000 cc, it's 999 cc, 37 horse. And I just, for the life of me, couldn't figure out what to put it in. I don't think putting it in a tractor is right, because even a wheel horse, I got a big wide hood, I think it would fit. The offset you got to get to bring it over far enough so that the pulleys work. Running a jack shaft, that's kind of stupid in my opinion, because you run out of room in all these tractors. Now you're talking pulleys, jack shaft, no more belts. That right there is enough horsepower for this tractor. I don't break a ton of stuff. You start going much bigger than 22, 23, I think you're just going to start tearing stuff up. I'm not going to do it. So what the hell do I do with this? Stay tuned. So something really stupid. I've had this cart frame and I've been trying to figure out what to do with it. I think I'm going to put that motor on it. I think I'm going to put it on there. I got a lot of modding to do. I got a lot of modification to do. So as you can see, the shaft is in the seat a little bit. It's a tapered shaft, so I'll have to figure that out. I might have it turned down. It's into the seat. I can cut it off. I'm going to take this bar off over here, so that I can slide this motor out a little bit, okay? I'll cut this off. I'll slide it out. I'll lean it out and have it come around the motor. Okay, the motor's heavy, sitting off to the side, but I'm also heavy. So I'll be on the other side. It's going to be tight. But that's what I think I'm going to do with it. So, that's the new project. That is the new project. Building a cart out of 1000 cc V-twin Kohler Command, 37 horse. So I don't even know. It'll be so much torque on it, it'll just go. Plus this is a propane motor originally, and I'm going to pull that propane carb off, put a gas carb, so it's probably a pretty high compression motor considering being a propane original propane motor. So we're going to see how this works, but that's that's what I'm going to do. Of course, the exhaust is going to be in me. A lot of stuff going on, but that's why it's a build. That is why it's a project. That's why it's a build. So that's what we're going to do. Stay tuned. This will be a long one because I want to do it right. I want to do it safe. I want to do it so it's safe and it works and all that stuff. And I'm not gonna, the exhaust alone situation on that side, getting it up, it's gonna be right next to my head, or I gotta drop it down, something. But that's what I think I'm gonna do. Why? Because it's stupid. So those are the updates. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I don't know. The go-kart, I don't even know what I'm doing. It seems so ridiculous. It seems so ridiculous. But I think if I can get that motor over and back as much as I can, it's not for racing. It's not for putting on it's not for legit sanctioned anything. It's for fun. But I don't even know. We're going to see. So that's the channel update. Hope you enjoyed. That's everything I got going on right now. New build will probably be all winter. It'll probably be all winter long. It's just an update, so I'll video the whole process just like always. I'm going to be pretty in depth on this one. So that's where we're headed. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody likes what's going on here. If not, what do I always say? Watch it, don't watch it. I enjoy making some content. I enjoy building stuff. So that's what we got going on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.